slamming the door.
I did not slam the door. I told you I have somewhere to be.
No, you want to
and
record
this conversation is over.
Yeah,
absolutely, it's recording.
You said
absolutely.
You would pay the rent once the banister is
which
in,
I did,
which
and ATMs are not open.
Let me finish so you record it right.
Oh, absolutely.
Nothing to do with your rental agreement. Nothing to do with your rental agreement.
It isn't my rental agreement.
Essentially, you can have your full deposit down.
Excuse me.
So you've never complied with any of the terms. It's okay.
No, you haven't complied with the terms. That's absolutely fine. I have a lease signed.
It expired, and I didn't renew it on purpose.
Dude, I have somewhere to be. I don't have to.
If
you'd like to have a conversation anywhere else, we can absolutely do that. Oh, I've been recorded this. I recorded your whole house.
Thank you.
Many times.
Good.
All right, so let's talk about this video that I posted. First, everyone's saying, pay your rent, he's gonna evict you, you should be evicted. This video's from 2019. I wasn't behind on rent. I always paid him my rent. Paying my rent wasn't the conversation we're having, and that wasn't the issue here. What's happening in the video is the fact that I requested. So what was happening in the video, I don't know if I already said this was in 2019, so at the time I was like 24 years old. I don't know if I'm doing my math right. I'm sure you guys will correct me. I'm 30 now, so hopefully I got it right. But anyways, so maybe it's 25? I don't know. Anyways, so point is, again, I wasn't late with my rent. I wasn't being evicted. There was nothing like that happening in the video. What's happening is I asked him to put a banister in, and I asked him like, at the end of the prior month. I said, you need to put a banister in. I've been living here for a year. This is unsafe. Please put the banister in. I'm going to hold October's rent, because at this point it was approaching October, until you put the banister in. He said that was fair, so he obviously held his end of the bargain. As you see in the video, the banister's put in. But he didn't tell me on the day of the video, like, hey, I'm putting the banister in, please have cash. So I'm saying please have cash because I always paid him in cash. He never wanted Zelle, didn't want Apple Pay, didn't want whatever, Cash App. He wanted cash, and that's what I would give him. I didn't give him a problem, I didn't give him a hard time. No big deal. So again, he has the guys come, they put the banister in, they finish at 10 p.m. I wasn't even aware, I don't think he was even there. I think he drove over when they finished, and he bangs on my door and he's like, I need the money so I can pay my guys. And I'm like, I can't go to an ATM right now, it's closed. Obviously, you guys hear me say the ATM's closed. Yes, you guys, obviously I know ATMs are 24 hours open, but what I was meaning by that was the fact that I would have to walk to the corner store at 10 p.m. and get cash out of the ATM at a corner store, like $2,000 in cash, and then walk back home. That's completely unreasonable. He was totally okay with just like coming the next morning and collecting the cash, and that's what he ended up doing. He came back the next morning and collected the cash. Now, for everybody to say, sorry, I took notes. So let's backtrack once again so you guys understand clearly, because I know you guys like to like yell at me. Also, none of my videos ever gotten this many views or reactions, so like you guys, some of the messages I was getting was like really messed up. Like, you guys are mean. But anyways, backtrack. So again, this was 2019. I was not behind on rent. I wasn't behind or being evicted. The reason I needed a banister is because my little sister just had a baby, and at this point I can't carry a baby up and down the stairs. And I know that was not his tenant, but by law you're supposed to have a banister. Again, I was living there for a year and I didn't make a big deal about it because I am totally capable of going up and down the stairs. And other things in the house was being renovated. So everybody's saying that I was living in an attic. That's completely incorrect. I was renting out basically an entire house. Downstairs where he was at, in that doorway, was an entire other apartment. So there was another tenant that lived down there. So he has access to get into the door. So he basically was in the stairwell. So prior to the video, me and him are having a conversation, and he's like, I need money to pay my guys. I need money to pay my guys. And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, but that is not my problem. You're gonna have to come back tomorrow morning and I'll give you cash. Because again, he wants cash. So again, so he came back and got the cash in the morning. Like, that was the end result. Like, sorry dude, come back in the morning, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I wasn't living in an attic. It was an entire house basically that I rented. It was 2 floors. I had 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2 living rooms. I had a tenant upstairs, so everything was split on my floor, which was the second floor of his house, because it's a whole house that he owned. On the second floor of the house, I had a big living room. I had the kitchen, I had the bathroom, like a normal shower. I had 2 bedrooms, and then you go up the steps, and my roommate, the girl that was in the video at the end, because she was standing behind me, because she's like, what is happening right now? She lives like in the upstairs area, and she also had a living room, she had a bedroom, her own bathroom, and I will actually put like pictures in another video, being that I never thought this video was gonna like get so many reactions or views, but I will do another video so you guys can see exactly, since you guys think I'm being unreasonable, if you guys saw the condition of this house. And I didn't make a big deal about it because yes, I had no credit, I was young. Again, it was a big house, I was grateful to live there, and he was fixing it, but he was taking his sweet time, and I just wanted the banister in, and just come back tomorrow and get the cash. And guys, that's what he did. So for everybody that's like saying like really wild things in my messages, like please relax. If I was like a person with like bad mental health, because you guys are bugging out. Yeah, again, didn't owe him rent, wasn't behind, he wasn't evicting me. I didn't have a lease because I lived there for a year, and again, the house still hadn't been finished renovated, so I didn't sign a lease. I was like, yeah, month to month, but like, it wasn't that I wasn't paying him or that we had like a problem about it. In the recording, he's like, oh, you're recording, right? Because again, me and him had this whole conversation before, and he just like wouldn't stop. So I slammed the door, shut the door in his face, and I'm like, dude, you need to go, come back in the morning. And he's like, I promise you. So I opened the door, and I'm like, you promised me what? And that's when he's like, suddenly has everything else in the world to talk about. But the end result was he left, came back, got his cash in the morning, and I don't know if he paid the guys that night or that morning, but I don't know. And I have a voice recording of the conversation me and him were having prior. Once it started getting hostile, I already had pulled out my phone and started voice recording him. And then when I went to reopen the door, when he's like, I promised you, I videotaped him because I'm like, you promised me what? Like, I'm 30 years old and like 112 pounds. I don't understand. But yeah. I'm scared, bitch. I'm scared, bitch. I'm scared, bitch.
Slamming the door.
I did not slam the door. I told you I have somewhere to be.
No, you want to
and
record
this
it.
conversation is over. Yeah, absolutely, it's
recorded.
recording.
You said
absolutely.
You would pay the rent once the banister is
which
in.
I did,
Which
and
has
ATMs
nothing
are not
to do with your-
open.
Let me finish so you can record it right.
Oh,
This has
absolutely.
nothing to do with your rental agreement. Nothing to do with your rental agreement.